Right guys, how you all doing? I'm just back in for work just now, and this video wasn't actually planned for today. I'm in a great mood. You can see the smile on the face, still dirty from my job. Just cracked open myself a beer Moretti, which I swear by, best beer you can get. No plug there, although if they want to sponsor me, I wouldn't say no. No, but what we're actually doing this video for is I've came in, had a hard day at work. I've been working on a couple of cars through the week, so the DR10 here, we're getting this re-kitted out for the summer. It's going to hopefully be quite an epic build, this one. Not going to show too much. And my UMG I was talking about, that's all completed now. Thanks to my dad, that he's been able to work on that in the background for me while I've been busy. But I've came into a package today guys, and I really feel so honoured. And before I show you the package, I just want to make it clear, I've said it on my channel for day one, and all you guys that know me, some of you guys are on my Facebook etc, I'm quite an outspoken guy. I wouldn't sell out, so if something, regardless of being free, isn't good or whatever, if there's any negatives, I'll be the first guy to say. But like I say, it's still a big honour to be chosen for this, and yeah, it's just something with the channel I never expected to happen. So we'll take it now as just a regular sort of review, and I'll show you what I've got. But yeah, here we go guys, and yeah, just enjoy, and that's all I can really say. Let's just hopefully you'll enjoy this as much as it's made me happy to be on the receiving end of it. Guys, before we go on with all the things I've got here, which is mind-blowing amount of stuff, I still can't really believe it. But just a little detail here, I've got a whole pack of these for other cars and things, but they've made me some custom stickers here, so you can see my name, Paul McCallum, custom made for Paul McCallum, Big Papa Paul's RC Adventure, and the Scotland flag, which obviously I'm a proud Scottish guy, so it's nice to see that on my car, and that's on the wing here. So just having the little touches, it just makes it so personal, and yeah, I'm just over the moon with that. But we'll go on to the stuff just now. So here's the Jambo here, which we'll break down shortly, and we'll go through all the things I've sent out. So these are things that you can pick up for Crowley yourself if you want them, for their store online. I'll try and find the link for that and I'll put it in the channel. But we've got a mouse mat here for my computer, so my Razor Corsair one even, that'll be getting chucked out. We'll be putting my Team Crowley one on. So we've got a mouse mat, some Lexan scissors here, so they're handy for cutting bodies on whatever car and things, curved edge. These look really good. We've got this absolutely pimpin' Team Crowley hoodie here, so you can see it there, the hoodie. Team Crowley World Champions on the back, so we've got that. Also, Team Crowley cap. I like my caps as well, so this will be on a lot. Team Crowley t-shirt, as my other oils and stuff we'll show you in a minute go away. Got the t-shirt here for the guys, so super happy again, and just kind of amazed I've got all these things. The oils here, I'll bring the camera up to show you. It's on a stand, so hope this turns out well. But they set me a huge sort of variation of things here. So we've got diff oils, we've got shock oils at the back, we've got lithium grease, shock oil grease and copper grease. So I mean, I've got a lot there that'll last me for a long time. And obviously, like I say again, you can get these all things from Team Crowley yourself, but yeah, that's a big selection that should last me a long time. And underneath the Jambo here, which I've just sat down, we've got a Team Crowley work mat there, so that's awesome too. Always nice, especially when I put my cars on my desk, to have somewhere to place them. So absolutely ecstatic, super happy with all these things. So now what we'll do is, I've showed you that all briefly, we'll open up the car, we'll have a look at this Jambo. It's got a few upgrades and things for the original Jambo, a few different parts and things, so we'll go through all that, break it all down, see what these guys think, and obviously after we get this video done, the next one will get out in action. So the Jambo for me personally, although I bought the Kronos and I bought the Radix 6, the Jambo was one of the cars that I always loved and always thought to myself, will I get it, will I not? I really deep down wanted to, but obviously there's only so many cars you can buy. If you go on forever, the amount of money you go is absolutely crazy. So it was one of the cars that I did want, but the Kronos XTR came before it for me, and now I've got this, I'm just really excited. But I think body wise for me, although the Punisher they've got is a very nice looking car, I love the sort of semi-futuristic look of the Jambo. So the side profile, you don't really see too much of that. It's just kind of, it's a little bit shorter than the Kronos, but same spoiler, similar design. But when you look at it for the front here, I don't know if I can see it there, it just looks evil, it just looks purposeful, and it's just a really lovely looking RC car. So now we'll go through all the upgrades that they've done for when it originally came out, go through that, and there's a lot inside it, it's really nice too, and yeah, here we go. Right, so obviously most of you guys will know, but maybe some guys are watching this, or girls who are new to the hobby and don't know, but this is a 6S car, which is insane powered, but it can also run on 4S, so 6 or 4S car. But personally, I've had my other ones out with the same ESC and motor, and you can even run them on 3S as well. So yeah, it's quite a varied range of power you can get, but it's basically a 6S monster at its deep down core. So we'll take the lid off, and from the original model you can already see now we've got the tower to tower bracing on these, so that's a really good thing to have on a basher. Short wheelbase might not be as bad as like a longer wheelbase car, but having the bracing there to stop any flex, even though it's quite a short chassis, that's a huge benefit to have. So like I said, it's a major upgrade with the car, I think a big improvement, and it shows that Crowley do listen to the feedback that they've been getting from people on the forums and things I follow. So that's really good. It's got the 16mm bore shocks here, and I do like my Crowley shocks. They're nice and plush. I've never had any issue with them. The only time I've broke a Crowley shock was my own fault when I hit a tree, but these things happen with bashing. Electronics wise, you've got, if I just turn this round just now, you've got the Torx 185 system here, and this is basically, as far as I'm aware, is a Hobbywing rebranded Max 6, I think it is. But basically the power off this is absolutely insane. I've never had an RTR car as fast as any of the Crowley ESC motor combos. So this is the ESC here. And I'm not just saying this as well, guys, purely because I've said it out. This is honest things I've said in videos in the past, so I'm not a sellout. I just want to make that very clear in this video. Obviously I'm going to show the stuff that they've gave me, but everything I say is something I truly mean. And obviously you've got the Curon 825 motor here, which is obviously got the little ribs for cooling and things here. I might add a fan onto it, because what I tend to do is, I'm not sure what the stock gear is on this one. I'll need to check, and when I do I'll put it up on the video. But I usually run a higher toothed gear, and just generally with all cars, no matter what brand, I like to put an external sort of fan on top just for cooling. Whether it makes a huge difference, especially here in Scotland where it's never crazy warm, I don't know, but personally for me, from electronics, the cooler they are, the better they are, and I think that's the same for most people. So this also as well has got the very prop high torque digital servo, which is 25 kilograms, which is a good weight for bashing. 25 kilograms I've never had, losing a bit of focus there, I've never had any issue. I generally go up to about 25 on 8 scale cars. I quite like that sort of range for them, so power wise that shouldn't be a problem. Receiver, obviously it's a kind of same Crowley setup as you always get. You've got your receiver in here in this little sealed unit. Maybe one thing, if you're going to go on water and things, maybe worth sealing this little hole for the aerial up. That's something I do myself also. And with this being the 2021 model, you've got the same old SR2 controller, which to be fair, I do like. It's just a controller, it's got all the functions you need, trimmings, it does everything, nothing fancy, but what RTRs do you get a fancy controller with? Not very many. So yeah, I've not got a problem with this at all. Range wise, I've never had an issue either. Although it's hard to show as well, the actual hinge pins on this are aluminium too, which is really good for bashing. But the big thing with this one, with the upgrade kit, or the tuning parts it's got installed, is like I say, that the tower to tower brace, we've got that there for strength. We've got also at the back, there's a rear tower brace, so I'll try and get that in here. So that further strengthens everything, makes everything tougher for harder landings, etc. We've got all that, and if you remember previously on one of my older videos when I was on about the hub fix I done for Crowley, so, well, not for Crowley but for my Crowley, is I put the Arma pivot balls in it. Well, now that problem's been absolutely solved by Crowley. If you can have a look at here, their new system they've got. Let's try and zoom into this. Yeah, they've got a lot thicker sort of knuckles here on the hubs, and if you have a look at how much plastic or composite even is covering the pivot ball, the chances of them popping out now are basically zero. If that's going to pop out, it's going to be a huge impact and something's going to break. So they're not going to just randomly pop out like they occasionally did before. So that's another thing it's good to see they listened with. The chassis towers on it aren't 70-75 like the XTR or things like that. They're 60-65, but then again, especially with this car with the shorter wheelbase and the tower to tower bracing, I can't see, unless you're trying to send this car 70-80 foot in the air, some insane jumps that I would never do, I can't really see you having much bother with that at all. So for general bashing, and probably general really hard bashing, this car should be super tough. Drivetrain wise, it's quite hard to show you without actually stripping the car down, but obviously you've got your aluminium diffs in here, so the cases are there. The metals that they use are very good. I've never really had any issues with diffs in the Crowleys, apart from my centre diff in my Kronos XTR, but to be fair, that was getting really abused over quite a long time, so that done well. I replaced that, and like I say, all parts generally wear and tear. But the bearings in here as well, they're all rubber sealed. Another thing that a lot of companies, not just Crowley, are doing, rubber sealed bearings with bashers, to me is a must, because as soon as you hit a bit of water with a bearing with a rubber seal, you get dirt, mud in them, and it doesn't take long before they're just grinding and not running right. And apart from obviously wheels locking up and things, even simple things like battery span and lifetime of a run can be really reduced a lot just purely because your bearings aren't right. So for an RTR car, how this comes, I'm more than happy. There's probably another million things I could say about it, but due to the previous videos I've done with my other Crowleys, I've probably covered most points with the car. But yeah, I'm just super excited with it. Really looking forward to taking it out. I still think this body too, as my PC randomly goes on there, I must hit my keyboard. I think this body too is just absolutely lovely. So we'll get this car out. We'll do a lot of different videos, some road running, some BMX track running, some pump track running, general sort of bashing here, there and everywhere as we always do. We'll get some good fun videos etc with it, have a lot of just have a great time with it. I just know this car with the wheelbase is going to be so much fun. It's going to be so flip happy. You'll be able to do back flips, front flips, the speed of it as well. Like I say, with the Crowley ESC motor systems, I've never had cars as fast. They're almost at the point where they're too fast. Tyre wise, they feel really good. Obviously I've had experiences with the Kronos and they were always good tyres. I don't know if it's because they're newer, but these feel a little bit tougher, and I like the wheel design as well on them. Hopefully that comes up on camera. But everything about this car just oozes quality to me. I'm so excited. Also, I was looking at getting, I'm still going to order it, the Skeeter next as well, but we're getting this just now. I'm going to put a lot of focus on the Jambo, my other projects, so because obviously we do bashing on the channel, but we also do crawling, we do road cars, we'll be generally doing a lot of other things. But yeah, I'm really excited to get this out, and I can still smell that new car smell that you love with an RC. The only other thing I think I've not pointed out, which I've not had on one of these before, is if you have a look here, the sort of wheelie bar. So that looks really tough, really well braced. How well it'll take a hard impact, I'm not sure till I run it, but with the new metal braces and that, you can't even flex that at all. So I don't think there's going to be any issues with this, but we'll soon find out in the videos, guys, because you know me, something breaks, I'll point out straight away. The only thing that I would say with the car that I'm going to keep an eye out on, because I had this once with my Radix 6, but I think it was a plastic fault at the time when I was speaking to them, and I changed it for adjustables. But your back arm links here, they're sort of composite one pieces, so they're not adjustable or anything. They look really heavy duty, but whether they hold up or not, we'll find out, and you guys will know when I know. But I think they look good. And another thing, although they're not adjustable, with bashers as well, it's probably a good thing to an extent they're not adjustable, as long as they're strong enough. You kind of want your basher to have the same sort of camber, the same angles, everything just to be simple, just purely for stunting. So I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and we'll get the video out as soon as I can get out for a run. So anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed that. Just a quick breakdown. The more bashing, the more runs we do with the car, the more we'll talk about it more in depth. But I think a lot of you guys, I know you watch a lot of other breakdowns, unboxings and things like that. So any questions on the car, or any of the t-shirts, hoodies, oils, anything that I've showed you today, you're more than welcome to send me a message, whatever, and I'll get back to you, every single one of yous. And side note as well, please leave us a thumbs up, I'd really appreciate that. If you've not subscribed, again, I would appreciate that. And I'll catch you guys soon. Like I say, with this UMG I want to show you as well, it's a lot different to what it was. We're getting this Jambo out, getting some of the road car stuff on the go again. So yeah, now the weather's changing here, it's getting a lot nicer. I'm getting a bit more free time just now as well to get all these things I want to do done. And yeah, we'll be going forward with the channel and having a lot of fun as we always do. So catch you guys in the next one, and look after yourselves. I'm away now to get myself another beer. Take it easy, Paul out, bye.